Are you sick and tired of your gray hair looking dull or dingy, but you don't want to waste money on toning products or expensive salon treatments? Well, here's the good news. You don't have to, because the real secret to brighter gray hair isn't found in a bottle or at the salon. Instead, it's found in the simple, everyday things you can add to your hair care routine to enhance your natural color and prevent discoloration and dullness before it even begins. So in today's video, I'll share 9 easy habits that will brighten your gray hair naturally, and best of all, the majority of them are completely free. And most of them are common sense. But one of them, honestly, I thought it was kind of ridiculous when I first heard about it, but it has made the biggest difference in how bright and silvery my hair looks these days. Are you ready to get started? Let's jump right in. Okay, the first brightening tip is one that I'm a little embarrassed to admit I only recently started doing consistently, and that is clean your hairbrush. Ideally, you should do this at least twice a month because product buildup on your hairbrush can actually dull your gray hair. Here's how you do it. Clean all the hair out of your hairbrush. I like to use a tool that's specifically made for this, but you can also just use a comb or whatever you have on hand. Then you're going to fill a container with water plus some gentle shampoo, and you're going to soak your hairbrush in that. Now, if you have a wooden hairbrush, make sure you don't submerge the handle. You're going to let your hairbrush soak for a little while, and then you're going to use a tool or a clean toothbrush to remove any remaining residue from your hairbrush, and then you're going to rinse it thoroughly. After your hairbrush is completely rinsed out, then you're going to air dry your brush by laying it on a clean hand towel, bristles down. Just a quick tip, those little nubs at the end of plastic brushes made cleaning a lot more difficult. So I switched to a wooden paddle brush, and it has made all the difference. Another thing that makes a big difference, at least when it comes to brightening your hair, try to avoid using amber colored products on your naturally gray hair. In fact, if your hair is really prone to discoloration like mine is, you may want to stick to just using white or clear hair products. Now, I'm not including purple toning products in that. Those are safe to use on gray hair. They actually neutralize any discoloration. If you want to take it even one step further, you may want to avoid using colored hair accessories or having colored fabrics touch your hair. Now, I don't go that far. Even though my hair is very prone to discoloration, all of my heatless curling products are made with darker colored fabrics, and none of them have ever stained my hair. Another step you should take, always read the ingredients list before you invest in a hair care product. Now, I know hair care companies make this step extremely difficult because they use the tiniest font size known to man when they list their ingredients. But if you have an iPhone, you can actually use the magnifier app to blow the ingredients list up right there in the store so you can get a good look at it, and make sure to watch out for these ingredients. Sulfates. Sulfates are harsh detergents, kind of like dish soap, and they can strip your hair of its natural oils and leave it dry and therefore vulnerable to discoloration. Parabens. Parabens can cause hair loss and disrupt your hormones, so I prefer to avoid them altogether. Now here's a tricky one. Silicones. Silicones coat the hair and make it look shiny at first, but over time they trap dirt and pollutants, and they can cause product buildup, which leads to discoloration. But, and this is a big but, not all silicones are created equal. Some of them are fine to use, as long as you do step number 4, which we're about to get into in a minute. But let me just tell you, the whole topic of silicones can be very confusing, and it is above my pay grade. My friend Jolie from QuickSilverHair wrote a fantastic article about ingredients to avoid on your gray hair, and there's a big section in there about silicones. I will link it in the video description box below. In the meantime, you might want to do what I do. I try to avoid using silicones on a regular basis, but if there is a product that contains silicones that I absolutely love, I will use it, but then I will make sure to use tip number 4, which honestly I do anyway, and that is clarify your gray hair once a week. Product buildup is one of the #1 culprits in discoloring and dulling your gray hair. This is why clarifying your hair once a week is so important, because it will remove that product buildup. This is especially important if you use styling products. There are a lot of great clarifying shampoos on the market today. The one I prefer to use is Malibu's Sea Undo Goo, but if you have one that you prefer to use, just use that one instead. Now, speaking of removing product buildup, here's that one tip that I mentioned in the beginning of this video. The tip that I found ridiculous when I first heard about it, but honestly, it has made the biggest difference in how bright my gray hair looks these days. Let me just tell you, you've seen this tip too, because it's on the back of almost every shampoo bottle. Shampoo, rinse, repeat. In other words, wash your hair twice before you move on to the conditioning step of your hair care routine. I've always been skeptical of that tip because I figured it was just a way for shampoo companies to make make a little bit more money because we'll use up their products more quickly. But I couldn't have been more wrong. It honestly makes a world of difference. Here's why. The first wash breaks down product buildup and residue from your hair, but the second wash actually removes the product buildup and residue from your hair. Ever since I started doing this, my gray hair has looked naturally brighter. Now, quick caveat, I only wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week max. If you wash your gray hair every day, this might dry out your hair. So you'll need to experiment a little to see how to incorporate this tip into your routine to make it work for you. I admit I'm very curious. Do you shampoo your hair twice too? If you do, and if it works for you or doesn't work for you, can you please let us know in the comments? I'd really love to find out. All right, so we've covered the foundation. Keeping your tools clean, choosing the right products, and cleansing your hair properly. Now let's talk about protecting your gray hair in the first place from the environmental factors that can cause dullness and discoloration. The biggest culprit is right outside your window. Yes, I'm talking about the sun. It's important to protect your gray hair from the sun, especially if you have fine gray hair. Fine hair is much more prone to discoloration, and sun damage can cause permanent yellow streaks and patches in your gray hair that can only be removed by actually cutting them out. The easiest and cheapest way to protect your gray hair from the sun is by wearing a wide-brimmed hat and by tucking your hair under the brim. If you hate wearing hats, don't worry, you have another option, but it will require the purchase of 2 products, and that is you will need a UV protectant cream as well as an SPF spray. Unfortunately, if you're trying to save money, you do have to use the 2 products together to get the full coverage. Another great way to prevent discoloration or dullness is to be very cautious using hot tools or to avoid using them altogether. Here's what I do and what you can do too to prevent discoloration caused by heat damage. First, always use a thermal protectant. There are a lot of great thermal protectants on the market. I personally use Scene Blowout Cream, but you can use any one that you want. The main thing is to make sure that your hair is coated from root to tips and make sure both sides are coated, not just the top. Set your heat tool to the lowest possible setting. I like to go as low as 230 degrees Fahrenheit, and the maximum that you should go is 365 degrees Fahrenheit. Not all hot tools will go down to such a low level, so you need to choose your hot tools wisely. If you are blow drying your hair, try to hold the blow dryer at least 6 inches away from your hair and try to do as few passes as possible. Since I have returned to hot tools and have used all those steps, my gray hair has actually stayed pretty bright. I haven't had a lot of issues with heat-caused discoloration. Before we move on to the next tip, I'd just like to ask you a favor. If you have found this video helpful, fun, or informative, will you please hit the like and subscribe button? And also make sure to press that little notification bell so you can always get a notification whenever I post a new video. It helps grow my channel and helps other women like you find my content. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. My next tip is a fairly standard one, but the one after it is exceptionally brilliant, so you're going to want to make sure you stick around for that one. Now, first, the standard tip, and you might already know it, but I think it's a good one to share. If you swim in a chlorinated pool and you don't want to end up with green hair for some reason, make sure you protect your gray hair before you put 1 foot into that pool. The easiest way to do that is simply by rinsing your hair completely before you get into the pool. But some women like to add an extra layer to this step, and what they do is they coat their hair in oil or they use a leave-in conditioner and they make sure their hair is completely coated before they step into the pool. Now here is the unexpectedly brilliant tip that will make your gray hair look instantly brighter. I can't take credit for this tip. I read it somewhere a while back and I don't remember where, but it really works, which is to simply change your part. It sounds a bit nutty, but even slightly changing your part can make your gray hair look shinier and brighter, because that layer of hair hasn't yet been exposed to sun, pollution, and stress. It's so fun. You've got to try it. It's an instant glow up. I know I said I only had 9 tips for you, but surprise, I've got a bonus tip. You need to trim your naturally gray hair on a regular basis to keep it looking bright and fresh. This works because over time, even the most well-maintained gray hair absorbs pollutants and products and can get discolored. And the oldest parts of your hair, in other words, the ends, hold the most discoloration. So getting those ends trimmed regularly is one of the best ways to keep your gray hair looking fresh, clean, and bright. If you found all of these tips helpful and you want even more tips to help your gray hair look bright and shiny, make sure to download my free guide, 3 Steps to Holiday Ready Gray Hair. Now, if you're watching this video after the holidays, don't worry, because all of the tips in this guide will help your gray hair look fresh and bright all year round. I'll see you at my next video, and thanks for watching.